Instagram Reels are by far the biggest opportunity to go from 0 to 10,000 plus followers entirely organically in the space of a week. It happened to my friend Aaron, who went from 0 to 10k plus followers in 7 days. We've done it on Millionaire.Dream. We've gained over 10,000 followers in the space of 2 days. It's the same strategy that a student of mine, Hebe, used to go from pretty much no following to almost 200,000 followers in a bit over a year, and has helped so many other people do the same. This format of content is genuinely insane when it comes to organic growth on Instagram. Yet on the flip side, so many people are getting no results or no views with Instagram Reels. In fact, many people are completely bombing with Reels, getting no views, no growth, no results, no impressions, no matter what they're doing. So today I'm going to go over the 4 main things that are holding you back from getting insane results with Instagram Reels, as well as how you can fix them. Let's get right into it, and make sure you also go ahead and grab my free Instagram cheat sheet plus 4-part video series, which will be linked in the top of the description below. So the first reason that your Reels are not getting any views is very simple. Put bluntly, it's a boring video idea. Maybe it's just a random video, or maybe it is a video that is too salesy and therefore not interesting, or maybe it's just a random compilation of photos and videos from a holiday, or you doing something, or so on. Which, if you're posting to a personal account to friends and family, is totally fine, but I assume the reason you clicked on this video is because you're trying to grow an audience. And if that is the case, and you want to reach tens if not hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even millions of people, you need to come up with a great video idea that people actually want to watch. This goes for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, any video platform. The biggest thing that you need to focus on is creating ideas that people want to watch, and then it makes every other domino so much easier. Because if you have a video that people want to watch, they're going to stick around longer, which means your editing doesn't have to be quite as fancy to keep people engaged. However, if you have an average video idea, you're going to need really high quality video and really high quality editing for people to stick onto it. Now, if you're a coach or expert or educator of some form, then write down who you help, who you're looking to reach with your content, and what they are struggling with, what you help them with your business. And this should instantly give you a ton of ideas to then brainstorm and work on. Literally, you can get hundreds of ideas for Reels by doing this one exercise. For example, with my agency, we help experts grow a following on Instagram to generate customers and grow their business. Now, just right off the top of my head, whilst I'm making this video, I can instantly think of a ton of Reels ideas that I could create that would serve that audience and be interesting to them. How to grow on Instagram, what to post on your stories, how to optimize your bio, should you post carousels, should you post feed posts, should you get in on IGTV, what is the highest converting content that will generate sales, what should you do with Instagram Reels, how this person became successful, how that person became successful, a case study of a client that got awesome results. Instantly, that's like 10 ideas in about 20 seconds that I could do just off the top of my head to create content that would be interesting to my audience. And like I mentioned before, this is so key because this is one of those big dominoes where if you get this right, everything else becomes easier. For example, this reel here that I posted on one of my accounts at Cleverpreneur is a super simple video without a thumbnail, and is by all means probably a bad quality of video. But the idea was something that is appealing to my target audience. So people clicked on it, they watched it, and then they watched it again and again and told their friends about it. Now, if you're a creative trying to come up with these ideas, maybe you're a photographer or a comedian or an artist or something along those lines, then it is a little bit trickier than just brainstorming how you can help your audience, as often you have to get creative. And as I don't do a ton in that niche, it's hard for me to give specific examples based on my experience of what you can do here, but just thinking about what you can create that your audience will love, really getting to know who your audience is, what they enjoy, what they like, who you want to be as a creator, and then creating content that aligns with it and coming up with ideas that align with that. The second thing that is holding your Reels back is bad video quality. Now, this comes down to the actual videoing, it also comes down to the audio, and it also includes the editing. You want to make sure that at the very least with your Reels, if you're recording yourself, whether, like I say, you be an educator, a coach, an expert, whether you be a comedian, whether you are creating tutorials about something, if you are filming yourself or filming something in your room, in your house, in your life, etc., you want to make sure that at the bare minimum, you at least have some form of good natural lighting, which is entirely free. If you want, you can upgrade to get some lighting like a softbox like I've got, which cost about $100, or you can get a ring light, which is I think about $10 or $20 or $30. Now, nice audio can be done by simply using your Apple headphones like those, or whatever brand of headphones you have that you can then use, which is going to be better than the microphone on your phone. You could even go out there and get a lapel mic, which might cost you $10 or $20 or $30. You could get a full-on mic like this for $100 or so. And that's going to make your video audio much nicer. But again, you can do this entirely free with natural lighting and headphones you already have. It just takes going that extra little bit of effort to do compared to not thinking about them. Now, when it comes to editing, again, it doesn't have to be super fancy. As long as you do the basics right, you can put yourself above the majority of people creating reels by simply having nice cuts in your videos, not waffling when you're talking, just getting straight to the point, sharing it, and then cutting it and getting into the next piece, having some subtitles on your content, or at least key points of what you're talking about, as well as adding in trendy music to your reel. Now, all of this can be done entirely free inside of the Reels editor, or if you wanted to get a little bit fancier, you could use the free video editing tool that I've talked about on the channel before in video. And if you can do all of this, even just the free stuff like using nice natural lighting and using a better microphone, the best one you've got available, and making sure you put in a little bit of extra effort in editing it, you'll put yourself ahead of like 95% of other creators on Instagram Reels. And then if you followed the first step and you actually have an interesting video topic, then you're probably putting yourself in the top 1% of creators, and you're instantly going to be getting a ton more views by doing those two things. And then the next 2 points that I'm about to make are going to help you get even better and better results. Go viral with your Reels and really smash it. But before we move on to the third key point for Reels, the penultimate point of the video, I want to mention that alongside of the free ebook and video training series that I put together, which you can find in the top link in the description, I also have put together 3 courses which are on Skillshare entirely free. So all you have to do is go down in the description for the Skillshare classes link, click on that. You can create a free month-long trial with Skillshare, watch through all my courses, and then if you choose to stay, it's a little bit of money each month. If you leave, then you've still got to access all of that content entirely free. So it's a win-win situation. Go check out that link below. By the way, that's not sponsored by them. It's just a way that I can give away additional content entirely free and get paid by them when people watch it. So moving on to the third point, now we're getting into the really nitty gritty stuff. The above 2 tips are going to cover sort of 80% of mistakes that people are making. Now we're getting more into fine tuning to get yourself above the competition and start getting really good results. And the third mistake that people make in their videos is that they have a bad hook. What you need on your content is a strong hook to get people interested and invested into watching your content. The opening few seconds on any video content on any video platform, whether it be YouTube, Instagram Reels, TikTok, regular Instagram video, or other platforms as well that may come out with video in the future, is so important. And that is by far the most important part of the video by a country mile. Because once someone is committed to watching the start of your video, they're much less likely to click off. I noticed that in my YouTube videos, the most people click off in those first few seconds. However, if someone's committed to watching the first 30 seconds, they're likely invested to watch the video for longer. And when you can create a good hook at your video, which means less people leave the video at the start, it means you've got more people watching your entire video, and the algorithm notices this. If you have a high watch time on your content, that's a very strong signal to Instagram or TikTok or YouTube that what you're creating is great, because anyone can go and like a video. You can get a bot to go and like a video, but for real people to actually sit and watch a video is pretty much the truest form of engagement on the platform. And because of that, they will push it out like crazy until it stops getting a good watch time. So until they push it out to a broad enough audience who are no longer interested, and the watch time drops, and then the video sort of stops getting pushed. And the biggest way to improve that watch time is by having a really strong hook at the start, because that's where you get the biggest return in your video. So don't open your videos with something boring. Dive straight into the guts of it and get to the point. You'll notice that I do this on my YouTube videos, and when I have created Reels or TikToks, I've also done this. You'll see I don't start my videos with, hey, my name's Josh and I post 2 videos every single week. You should subscribe to my channel and make sure you like the video, and follow me on Instagram too. And now let's get into today's video. You don't see that. You see me dive straight into the most interesting part, which is going to hook people to watch. So if I were to title a YouTube video, 5 Instagram story hacks to improve your views, I'm going to open the video with, today I'm going to show you 5 small hacks you can use on your Instagram to improve your story views, grow your audience, and generate more customers for your business. Now I think it is pretty clear between those 2 introductions which one is likely to get someone to stick around. One of them I've just waffled about myself, who to a stranger they don't really care about, and the other one I've specifically told them exactly what I'm going to give them in this video, how it benefits them, and they are much more likely to watch longer. This way it keeps people engaged, increases watch time, and therefore leads to getting better reach and engagement on the platform. It also leads to better appreciation from your audience and building a deeper connection from them, because when you waste their time with boring content, they're not going to be true fans of yours. They're not going to stick around and engage with all your content. However, when you build a reputation for just getting straight to the point and giving valuable insight, then you are going to build a strong audience. Another example of someone who does a great job of having the first few seconds of their video hyper engaging, and does a great job of this on Instagram specifically, is James Smith, who is a fitness trainer that I have talked about on the channel before. I did a full case study on him. You can watch it up here. Go check out my channel. But he starts his video off with very, very engaging starts.
Probably most days I get asked about spinning and spin classes and whether or not I think they're good. Personally, I think I would rather off a stranger than do a spin class.
See what I mean? That is enticing and makes you want to watch more, which improves the watch time and gets him more reach. Hence why he's got almost 1 million followers. And then finally, onto the 4th mistake. Your content is not targeted to your existing audience. And this can be good or bad. I will elaborate on that soon. And the other thing on the same 4th point is that the followers you do have are in the wrong niche, because those 2 kind of go hand in hand. This is something that I think a lot of people miss or completely gloss over. And I think that is purely because a lot of people creating content, teaching people about Instagram, don't actually know what they're talking about and don't have a lot of experience, so they don't really do this. But as someone running an agency who works with a ton of clients who have often been scammed and ripped off and been given the wrong audience or been given the wrong advice, I see this quite often, and so I wanted to mention it, because the targeting of your existing audience can be massively influential into the results of your reels. You could create the most amazing, valuable, interesting reel, but if it doesn't fit your existing audience, then it won't do well. This is because when Instagram push it out to your fans, your followers, who don't follow you for that certain topic, they're not going to react to it well. They're not going to watch it for as long as your normal videos. They're not going to, click on it as often as a normal reel that is fitted to the niche they followed you for. This is the same on YouTube. When Nate O'Brien, for example, posts a video showing his YouTube income, it goes massively viral and reaches hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. It reaches much more people than his regular videos do. And that is because his audience watch him to learn about personal finance and making money online. So when he posts something showing how he makes a ton of money online, his audience want to see it. They click on it, they watch it all the way through. They click on it at a higher percentage than normal. YouTube's algorithm sees this and they push it out to more and more people who fit that same demographic of his audience. These people then respond to it well, because these are also people in the personal finance niche. They want to learn how this guy is making so much money on YouTube, and so they watch it the whole way through and it keeps going viral. Whereas when I show a video showing my YouTube income, it usually flops. And this is because my audience, you amazing people watching this video, follow me to learn about Instagram marketing and building an audience on Instagram, which you can then use to generate an income income from. So when I post about how I make money on YouTube, not many people are interested in that, and therefore not many people click on it. And those that do click on it watch it for a lower percentage of time compared to my regular videos. And the YouTube algorithm understands this. They see that people are not reacting to this video well. So even if it's a really, really good video for people who are interested in personal finance, because my initial audience that see it don't react to it well, it doesn't get pushed out there. Instagram Reels, Instagram video content, IGTV, they're no different, because if the initial people who see your content, which is usually your truest followers who engage with your stuff, do not react to it well, Instagram assume that people who don't follow you or your less engaged followers are likely not to react to it well either, and therefore they just limit its reach significantly. Which means you either have two options. One, if you want to start creating content in a different niche, then absolutely go for it. Start creating content only in that niche and you will take a massive hit in the algorithm originally, but over time you will lose followers who are no longer interested in that content and gain followers who are, and then eventually the algorithm will start pushing your content in that niche. The other thing you can do is just stick to your niche, create a ton of content there, have people engage with it, and that will help your reels and video content in general go viral. But if your content is all about fitness and then you start going out there and creating content about how you built a business, a small percentage of those people who followed you for fitness will also want to know about business, but the majority will not, so you will get much lower engagement. Instagram will see this and they'll push it to less people. So make sure your content fits your niche, meaning all of the videos, all of the reels, all of the feed posts you make serve the same person with the same problem. Maybe you help people lose weight. Maybe you teach people how to build an audience on YouTube. Whatever it is, stick to one niche, build that one audience and let it snowball over time. That's it from me. I hope this video helps. For additional free content, grab my ebook down in the description, jump into my Skillshare classes with the link below. And if you want to learn more about my agency and hiring us to help build your business on Instagram, there'll be a link below for that too. See you next time. Cheers.